Right, we are back again with the Jack Daniels inspired Squire Stratocaster. Now we left this, we put the transfer on and I said I'm going to leave it for a day or 2 days. It's been about a week. So it looks okay. I'm going to take the clamp off. If you remember, we clamped the pick guard on just to keep that in the right position whilst we put the transfer on. So that's not attached. There you go, that just lifts off. And let's have a good look at the transfer. So yeah, you know, it's down, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I will admit, it's not 100%. And if I'm being really honest, I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed in the quality of this, but it's completely different to how it was done originally. If you look at the transfer on the back, it turns out that's actually a sticker. It's not a transfer. It's black and white print. So I've got a water slide, which is showing the black paint through. And because it's going through the film, the water slide film, we're seeing some of the distortion in the light. But anyway, look, we're just trying to get it back to how it was. The one thing I do need to do, you might be able to see it from the back. So the transfer, better on the front, the transfer is over the cavity where the bridge goes, and it's also over the cavity where the pickup, what's the word I'm looking for, where the jack socket goes to plug the guitar into the amplifier. So with my trusty super sharp knife, I had to put a new blade in it, so you do use it a lot. I'm going to just remove that little bit of the transfer that's over. There are a couple of holes that the transfer is covered as well for the screws for the bridge. I'm going to leave those because the screws should just go through those, no problem. But where the bridge sits, the bigger hole, that does need to be removed. So super sharp knife, cutting through that very, very easily. Okay, that's the first one done. And then, so the curves, cutting around the curves on this is quite tricky. So I'm having to angle the blade on the knife rather than just going straight down. But now I'm doing the one where the jack socket sits. Kind of learn as we go along on these things, which is great. A little bit out there, that's not so clever. Right, so they're now cut out. So the next job for the body, which I'm not going to do today, but the next job is to give this a really good coat of lacquer, or several coats of lacquer. Now, bear with me, I am the king of the rattle cans, which I've always used. I've upgraded. I've gone for a full spray gun. I have had one before, wasn't great. I've got the compressor, I've got the spray gun, I've got the spray booth, I've got all the equipment. I thought it was about time we started stepping up and doing this. I'm not going to do it today in this video because I need to do a lot of setup. I need to clear the spray booth out. I just need to have a bit of a practice with the new gun. But the other thing that we do need to do on this job is, if you remember, right back at the beginning, the pick guard that came out of that guitar, this wall art, as it's allegedly called, needs to be replaced. So I've got my new pick guard and I need to remove all of the equipment out of this one into the new one. So 3, 2, 1. Right, so these are the old pick covers. They've been painted black. They're going in the bin, never to go on a guitar again. And again, the knobs, they were originally white. They've been painted black. They're in the bin. We keep that. I have enough of them. Okay, so these are the old screws that came out. Keep those, they're always useful. So there we go. So, guitar ready for lacquer. Let's just see what the loaded pick guard quite nice. And then we've got the jack plug which goes in there, and then that's the bridge. So it's actually first view of it coming back together again. You know, looks okay. Good from far, but far from good, as I'm often reminded. So there we go. So that's moved along a long way. So as I say, what we need to do is now get this finished surface with the new transfer on it, lacquered up, and we'll pick that up in the next video, because that's going to be a big job. That's going to be a lot of coats of lacquer, not just going to give it a cursory 1 or 2. I want that to be completely sealed in and protected, because the transfer is still quite delicate. I nipped a little bit of it. Fortunately, it's going to be hidden, but I nipped a little bit when I was just cutting out. So the lacquer should provide that kind of overcoat and protection. So as the guitar gets used, hopefully it will be, you know, any catches or anybody marks it, scratches it, will damage the lacquer and it will protect the transfer that's underneath. So thanks very much for watching this one. I do hope you've enjoyed this, and do give me a click on the subscribe button if you can, and do give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. Onwards and continually upwards.